This case is Terry and Larry Richmond versus Ryan Pinkster. It is filed as a termination of tenancy for multiple violations of the lease. He is not here. Ms. Zimmerman, which case are you here on? Could you unmute your mic?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Danielle Zimmerman. I'm here for the Ryan Pinkster case. He should be logging in. He's at work. I live here as well, Your Honor.
All right. Well, he's screwing me up. We try to start right on time, and
yeah,
the time to log in
give
is
him
not.
a room at work.
All right, we'll sit and wait for a minute. We're on a very tight schedule today.
I understand.
Well, you do. You were here on time. Apparently he doesn't.
It could be work as well, Your Honor.
Well, I could have had him come in live, so he'd had to take off work and drive here. So this is a convenience for the people. The least they could do is show up on time.
Of course, Your Honor. I understand.
Terry, I have yet to get, Meg and I were just talking about this, some definitive information from the Supreme Court. The district judges have been exchanging some information. I got some PowerPoints and some other things that some other judges are put together. When I get it together, I'll meet with the landlords and try to let them know what I know, but I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
When I get stuff, I will send it to you. You've always been my connection with the Landlord Tenant Association, and so I'll share it with you when I get it. A couple of judges have already had like a town hall or something with their landlords, but I'll just come to your meeting. Anyway, I haven't forgotten about you. We don't have the forms yet. We don't have a coordination with our HARA. We have a new housing advocate. It's not Keystone anymore.
Who is it now?
Some Battle Creek Housing Association. I have yet to meet with anybody from that organization. I don't have a contact.
I know Keystone was having problems.
Yes. Well, maybe they can go back to their core mission of being a facility for homeless, residential facility.
All
right, well, I wish you would hurry up because I got problems.
It might help, Judge. I think Attorney Visconti and I are going to stipulate to adjourn the 2 9 o'clocks, so that will help a little bit.
The Riverside Townhouse cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Obviously, he's not here, so I won't say any more. But
all right, well, that might help us.
He just messaged me saying something that it's not allowing him to join.
That's because he's not doing it right.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have a telephone number for him?
Yes, I do. Let me grab that really quick out of my phone here.
I don't really want to put it out over the live feed, but
I'm so sorry about this. Let's see here. And his telephone number, Your Honor, is
Yes.
I don't really like doing that, but I don't like wasting time either.
I say we just get on with this.
Like I said, I've got these cases packed very close together.
Keep trying to play with us for hours.
Good morning. This is Judge Middleton calling for Ryan Pinkster. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're late and you're screwing up my docket, so I thought I would just call you on the telephone.
Appreciate that because I couldn't get on Zoom.
Well, the time to practice isn't 5 minutes before the hearing. So let me tell you what your rights are as a tenant in a landlord-tenant proceeding. This is filed as a termination of tenancy. Terry and Larry Richmond want you to move for multiple alleged violations of your lease. Danielle Zimmerman also lives there and she is present. As a defendant in a landlord-tenant proceeding, including termination of tenancy, you have the following legal rights. You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. And Meg Bauer is here from Legal Aid if you need a consultation. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If the action is for non-payment of rent, we would take a different course than we are here. If the plaintiff is agreeable, the Citizens Mediation Services, Inc. may be available as a possible source of case resolution. If both parties are agreeable, the court can help set that up. If you do reach an agreement with the plaintiff and a consent judgment is entered by the court, you would waive the rights listed above but have the following additional rights. The judgment may not be enforced until 3 business days had passed. You could move to set aside the judgment within those 3 days if you misunderstood what you consented to, what you were waiving. Your motion to set aside the judgment would be set for a landlord-tenant hearing. However, if the judge did not find in your favor, the original judgment would stand. A number of other parties have joined us. Thank you. We got a little behind because this defendant was late, but we'll work through this. Mr. and Mrs. Richmond want you guys to move out for alleged violations of the lease. What's your position?
So my position is, so I was paying rent, I've been paying rent for about 1.5 years now. And yes, I moved Danielle Zimmerman in, and I actually ended up telling them that I had somebody that was moving in, and they said that they were gonna put her on the lease. She just had to fill out paperwork. Well, they never gave me the paperwork to fill out. So therefore, she was able to move in. They just never gave us the paperwork. And also they were trying to kick us out because of the dog. The dog is an ESA animal, which is an emotional support animal. And
all right, well, slow down here. They allege that you're smoking marijuana and otherwise smoking. The apartment has no smoking. Took neighbors' furniture off the front porch and broke it up, threw it in the dumpster. Moved your girlfriend in. In addition, she has a vicious dog and the lease says no dogs. You took down the smoke detectors and other violations. So they want you to move. And so you're saying, well, I didn't put my girlfriend on the lease. It's more than that. The law requires that I set this for a second hearing at least 7 days away from today. Have you made any provision to find another place to go?
I mean, yeah, but it would probably take about maybe a month or 2.
All right, well, what happens is that never happens. People would move out like 2.5 years from now. So this is the process where the judge follows the law, and if the landlord meets all the requirements, I would order that you be out. The law requires I set this for a second hearing, and that would be 7 days from today, which would be next Friday.
Same time?
No, it will be in the afternoon. And next Friday is they're starting to hammer and pound again. November 3rd. And it would be at 2:30. Does that work for you?
That's for
That's
what?
fine.
The next hearing.
That should be fine, Your Honor.
All right. Now, if you can't log in by Zoom, I want you to come here to the courthouse. But Ms. Richmond, he says that Ms. Zimmerman was somehow gonna be on the lease. I don't know whether that's accurate or not.
That
Is there
not
a dog
accurate.
there?
I do have a dog here, Your Honor. I did speak to one of her, I'm sorry, I believe it's their manager. I had a few encounters with them, but her name's Lydia, I believe. She did mention that
Yes.
I was gonna be on the lease. I spoke to her early July.
Lydia's right here. She
Yeah. Ryan
never
was
had
right
the
here when she told
conversation
me
with
as
you.
well.
All right, so Ms. Richmond,
Yes.
as far as you're concerned, Danielle is not on the lease.
No, sir.
Right.
And
No.
there's no dogs, whether it's a support animal or you. And
There was-
anyone claims it's a support animal, there's more than, this is my support pit bull. You can't just call it a support animal, but
My
anyway,
animal's not vicious as well. That woman is just afraid of dogs.
well, you're not supposed to have a dog and you're
I
not
wasn't-
even on the lease.
Right.
So-
Like I said, we thought I was going to be on the lease, and apparently I wasn't now. So
All right, well, let me explain what happens next. We're gonna
Okay.
continue this to November 3rd.
okay.
If you're not out by then, or we haven't resolved something, and if the plaintiff gets what they asked for, you would have 10 days from that date to move, which would be by November 13th. But we
Okay.
will, yes.
Yeah, Your Honor.
All right, I will see you again. I don't want you to be late. You've screwed me up here, so if you can't Zoom in, come in live and we'll deal with it.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Next Friday.
Yes, I'll give you a new notice, 2:30, November 3rd, by Zoom or live if you can't Zoom. And Ms. Zimmerman, you're certainly welcome to be here also. But if
Thank
they
you.
get what they ask for, you get 10 days from that date to move.
Okay,
And in
thank
the
you.
meantime, there's no smoking in this apartment. So that's a condition of the lease. The dog we'll have to probably deal with, but, all right, I'll see you next Friday at 2:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
All right, anything else, Terry? Is that it?
That's it for right
All
now.
right.
Thank
All right,
you.
that's great. Thank you.